Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. So I'm here with a dream, okay? In this dream, I can tell that I am kind of like traveling and I am in this different city or state or wherever, and I am looking for a specific restaurant. However, and I am with my sibling, my sister, and I get to this restaurant and the restaurant is no longer open, okay? The restaurant has been shut down, okay? And not only is it shut down, but it's kind of like it was abandoned, which it was very weird, y'all, because it's like we got there and I was like, is that it? She was like, yeah, that gotta be it. So we get there and we're looking around and it's like, it's done. Okay, so as we are driving away from this restaurant, um, we end up kind of like going down this back street, and it's kind of like an alleyway, and there is a man there being very suspicious. This man is being very weird, like he's doing weird stuff, y'all. The scripture comes from Proverbs 24 and 24. Whoever says the guilty, you are innocent, will be cursed by peoples and denounced by nations. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty, and rich blessing will come on them. An honest answer is like a kiss on the lips. Put your outdoor work in order and get your fields ready. After that, build your house. Do not testify against your neighbor without cause. Would you use your lips to mislead? Okay, so here's the message. Baby, I see why I was having a hard time finding a place to put my little cup, keeping it by. Anyways, so I just feel like and it was a just in case situation, like just in case an attack, okay? And I feel like that goes along with this message, y'all, because God is saying for someone, like whatever it is you have intentions of doing, okay? In this dream we were going to a restaurant, and as I've said so many times, typically in a dream when there's food involved, it's like the bread of life is God, Jesus Christ, okay? The fact that the place where we were supposed to get food was shut down, not only was it shut down, it was abandoned. And then on top of that, what happened after the dream is kind of like, because the dream ended when we were in this alleyway type space where this man was acting very suspicious. He was acting very weird. And it's like we were basically discussing, should we get out the car and all this other kind of stuff, where it's just kind of like, why would you do that? Like, I just feel like, okay, so for somebody, God is saying, like, I just feel like this is like, it's common sense, okay? For someone, you are either you are put or you will be put in a position to where someone has planned something. This is somebody that intends to plan some kind of attack against you. And I feel like this suspicious man that was in this alleyway, this back way alleyway, the fact the restaurant was abandoned, there were no cars anywhere in sight. The area looked sketchy, and it was kind of like not what I was expecting. And I just feel like for someone, this could be like a surprise attack. This could be somebody that is plotting something against you. What they are plotting against you, there is no God. It has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with Christ. This is not something that God would want them to do. This is not something that God would want to happen to you. This is like and it's like, it's ungodly. Long story short, it's ungodly, and it is a situation where you are innocent. And even in this situation, like, getting ready to go out to eat, there is no need for you to be like, you're preparing yourself to go out to eat with somebody and you end up losing your life, or you end up hurt, or in whatever kind of predicament. Like, this is a situation that it doesn't like when you really think about how things happen in the world today, it makes no sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this is a situation where God is sending you a warning, okay? Be careful with who you are making plans with. Be careful with who you are you're thinking. I just feel like for someone, you're thinking that it is an innocence type thing. God is saying that you should have your guards up. You should be prepared. Just like with the water. I set the water here because I wanted to be prepared just in case my throat got itchy. Just in case the enemy want to try to stop me from relaying this message. And this is a message somebody needs to hear this. God is saying, do not let your guards down. Okay? No matter what's going on. No matter who you are with. Even if you are with somebody that you trust. In this dream, I was with my sibling. I was with my sister. I was like, this is somebody I would never expect would do anything like this. And, you know, in real life, like, you know what I'm saying? Probably won't. But I just feel like at the same time, you have to be like, God is saying, it don't matter who you with. You should have your guards up. And for someone, you should have had your guards up, but you should have your guards up because you don't want to be in a position to where you are being very trustworthy towards somebody and they are plotting against you. You know, I'm just being reminded of kind of how in the John Wick movie, how sometimes he would be walking on the streets and he wouldn't know who is about to attack him. And this is for someone, you are in a position where you never know. You never know. You never know who is going to try to come against you. You never know who is planning this, who is plotting that. And God is saying that for somebody, this is someone that they know that your intentions are good. They know that you have positive intentions. It's not a situation where you are wishing harm on this person. It's not a situation where you are trying to do anything to hurt this person. But it's a situation where they personally are planning things behind your back. And, you know, it could very well be a situation where they know the restaurant is closed down. They know the restaurant is no longer in business. And they already know that that's where you want to go. They know that's where you want to go. And regardless if it's because you have already told them that you want to go to this place or whatever, it's like they intend to take you there for you to see it's closed. You're going to get out and you got to look inside and make sure that it's closed, and you may get frustrated. And it's kind of like they plan to have someone nearby to come and attack you. And God is saying that, you know, be prepared. Like, be prepared, be on guard. And it's not a situation, I don't feel like it's a situation where God is saying that he wants you to live your life in a way where you're just scared and you can't go nowhere and you don't want to be around nobody. And in reality, for some of you, that is the exact thing that this person would want. Like, for some of you, there are people that they may not intend to actually hurt you or cause harm to happen to you, but what they want is for you to just lose it. Like, and like to mentally attack you, to make you feel as though you are just in danger and everybody is trying to attack you. But really, they are manipulating situations so that it was seen as though every time you go outside, something happens. Every time you go somewhere, there's someone that wants to do this and they're trying to do that. No, this person is orchestrating these events. And God is saying that he wants you to understand that. Because in this dream, I was not by myself. And for some of you, it could just be very well planning. Just like I planned to have my cup nearby, just in case I got thirsty. I planned, you know, after putting my jewelry on, after working out, I'm going to record. I planned certain things. And I just feel like God says, take out the time to plan. So much so, like, look it up. You could easily look it up on a website and see if a restaurant is open or closed. Like, you could, I just feel like God is saying, take out the time and put forth effort into what you're doing, especially when you know that people will attack you, especially when you know that people are against you. But even if you don't know this. Just like there was no way, I didn't expect, like, I don't expect that my throat is going to be attacked or something, this is going to happen or that was going to happen. But I did say, you know what, just in case. So God is saying, just in case, just in case, just in case, just in case. Just like me and personally, just in case I'm out and about by myself and somebody try to run up on me, just in case, they gonna be shocked and appalled. They better leave me alone. And I just feel like God is saying that don't let your guard down just because you feel like you're around somebody that you can trust. Don't let your guard down just because you feel like you are. I just feel like for someone, you allow yourself to get to a position to where you are very trusting and you are just okay, and you ignore, but I just feel like you ignore certain things and you just get to a point to where you're not worried about certain things. But I just feel like this is for somebody, and the warning is always be on guard. Always be on guard. Always be on guard. Always be on the lookout. Always think to yourself, like, I just feel like you need to be prepared. Like I can't even stretch this on. Like, I just feel like you need to be prepared. You need to be ready. You never know what somebody is planning. You never know what somebody is who is trying to come against you. And I'm looking over here because my diffuser is still going. It should be done by now. And it has the sleep stuff in it, and it's making me sleepy. I'm going to have to cut it off after I finish this video. Anyways, you have to be prepared. You never know what somebody is plotting against you. And I feel like in this situation, it could go either way. This could be somebody that is literally plotting for you to actually get hurt, for something to happen to you. Like, this was, once again, a dark alleyway. And I, like, thinking back on a dream, I don't even realize, like, I don't even know understand why she even went back there. There was nothing back there. It was like an alley. It was a back street. There was no way to get through. So it was kind of like, it would have been easier to just go out the way that we came in and be on the main street and go back, and find somewhere else to go. But it's kind of like she pulled back there. And for some of you, you have to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Don't always have your head in your phone and always you looking at this and you looking at that to such an extent that you're not even paying attention to what's going on around you. Because God is saying for some of you, you may have to deal with sneaky people. You may have to deal with people that are always I just feel like somebody, they trying to do something behind your back. They're planning something behind your back. And in order for you to overcome these random attacks and these sneaky attacks, these malicious attacks, you are going to have to be planning ahead. You are going to have to be alert. And it could simply be a situation where somebody is trying to mentally attack you. And once again, they're trying to have you like the lady on Shameless, the lady that was scared to come out the house because she was always scared that something was going to happen. God does not want you to live your life being a shut-in. You are not intended to just sit in the house all day, every day, and don't go nowhere, and you don't have no friends, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. God says a whole world out here that he created for us to enjoy. And he wants you to enjoy the world. But you also have to understand that you can't trust everybody in this world. There are so many people that are walking on demon time. They living on demon time. They wake up as soon as they feet hit the floor. They trying to figure out some kind of evil they can do to somebody. As soon as they wake up and they stretch and yawn, they trying to figure out what kind of evil they can do. They planning against this one. They planning against that one. God said, keep your eyes open. He wants you to keep your eyes on the prize as well for somebody. But he also wants you to be alert. Understand, the bigger you get, the more you will have to prepare yourself. You never know who is wanting to plot against you. You never know who is wanting to come against you. You never know. You never know. But also understand with God, okay, God told me to wear my little, with God, all things are possible necklace. Okay, with God, all things are possible. So it's not a situation where you are not going to be able to overcome this. It's not a situation where you are just going to be sitting around somewhere, you don't know what to do, you don't know why to do it, you don't know this, you don't know that, and you scared and you scared and you scared some more. God said, but he does want you to be alert and don't do like this is it, like common sense. You know, if you see somebody and they acting sketchy and suspicious, why would you get out the car and go and talk to them for what? Talk to them for what? Why? Turn the car around so we can go on about our business. I don't, what are we talking to them for? The restaurant is closed. Talking to them is not going to cause the restaurant to open up. It's not. Cause talking to them like we don't even know if they were there when the restaurant closed its doors. We don't know none of that. Like, I just feel like even if it's a situation where you're trying to say, well, who shut down the restaurant and why is it closed and how long it's been closed? Why do you, this is all information that you legit could get online. Okay, why I'm saying don't always be in your phone. This is all information you could get online if you really just gotta know. And from my advice would be you get that information after you go to a restaurant that is open and you seated inside and you safe and then you can look at your phone and figure it out. But God is saying be on alert. Just because and understand God is with you. And God is with you. And God is with you. Like, I know God did not tell me to wear this necklace for no reason. With God, all things are possible. You're going to be just fine. But understand that there will be situations. You may have to deal with people that will try to make you feel as though you're not safe without them. For somebody, there's someone that wants you to feel as though if you didn't have them, you wouldn't be safe and you would fall for this and you would fall for that. You need to hold on to those situations and those scenarios where you wouldn't be here if God didn't pull you out. And there was nobody. You hold on to the situations where there was nobody but God. But God, but God. Hold on to situations where you already know if God wasn't with you, you would be done for. That, like, it's not a situation like your life it's not dependent on someone else being with you. We come here alone and we go alone. It's not a situation where you, like, you know what I'm saying? This is not a situation where you just got to be with them. And if you're not with them, everything is going to fall apart. If you're not with them, you don't have no defense and, oh no, what do you do? And oh no, you do the same thing you would do if you were by yourself. Okay, put your fists up if you have to. Okay, get you, like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like protect yourself. That's what you would do. But like, just because, you know, like, every place is not going to be having suspicious people sneaking around. And why would you want to be in an area where someone's sneaking around anyway? I just feel like for some of you, that, like, it is, I just feel like it's common sense. But in reality, I understand. Because sometimes we can be very trusting and we can just think to ourselves that, oh, they wouldn't do anything like that. And this wouldn't happen. And, oh, no, that don't make sense. Nobody would. Yeah, you'd be surprised. And, you know, it's one thing, you know, even if it's somebody that you care about, you know, and they're trying to make you feel as though you can't be without them. It's one thing for somebody to care about you and to love you so much that they want to protect you. And it's another thing for somebody to try to make you feel as though the world is just so dangerous and the drivers, they dangerous. So you can't get a car because if you get a car, look, it was an accident here and this person did this and that person drive like this and look, everybody drives. So, like, no. This is manipulation tactics that somebody is trying to manipulate somebody into believing that the world is just so dangerous and you would just be better off just sitting there and doing nothing and going nowhere. And this is somebody that is trying to rob you of having a life. They want to rob you of the freedom that you have. You are not in jail. You're not a prisoner. You ain't do nothing wrong, just like the scripture says. Whoever says to the guilty, you are innocent, will be cursed by peoples and denounced by nations. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty, and rich blessing will come on them. God is saying it's not a situation where you are guilty and you deserve to be punished. Punished for what? You should not be punished. Regardless if this is a situation where you have come of age and now it's time for you to live your life and make decisions for yourself, fly. Understand, God got you. Just like God takes care of all of the animals in the earth, God will have you. God will make sure you're okay. It's not a situation where you got to have this person with you. And if you don't have them, oh no, everything's going to fall apart. And I just felt like this is common sense. And if you really look at the scenarios that somebody is trying to make up to make you feel as though everything is just so dangerous, you will realize, well, I wouldn't even be in this position. Why would you, if you driving in a car by yourself, drive through a back alleyway that goes to nowhere? Why would you do that? Why would you be driving in a very reckless, crazy fashion? Why would you do that? And it's not to say that slow and steady can't get hit either, because baby, when I had my situation, I was driving slow. I was going below the speed limit because I saw the way the lady that actually hit my car was driving. I was like, I don't want to be nowhere near her, baby. Yeah. But anywho, God said that doesn't mean, even if you've been in situations, you know what I'm saying? Just like I've been in situations, and I've been in some crazy scenarios, baby. And and in reality, I'm still not, like, I'm not scared. Okay, I'm just gonna say it that way. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to drive. I'm not scared of being in the car. Sometimes people's driving makes me a little anxious, because it's like, why are you driving this way? What is the needs? What is the rush now? Okay, but honestly, after I stayed in Jamaica, baby, and I saw how they drive out there. The driving they go on here ain't got nothing on them. They, it ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing. But, as the taxi driver said, you know, he was like, I understand that you may feel a little nervous about it, but if I don't drive, they gonna run me over. And for some of you, it could be a situation, literally, if you don't drive, you gonna get ran over. I just feel like you deserve to live your life. Like, you cannot, regardless of what it is you want, you can't possibly expect to buy your own house if you always in the house and you never take out the time to go and look. How do you expect to find the car that you want if you never go anywhere looking for a car? How could you possibly expect to meet your husband if you never go out anywhere where men are? You have to leave. Like, you have to go places. You have to leave. You can't even, like, you can shop and get stuff delivered to you. That is true. That is true. But, you know, even where it is like how I was having problems with my packages and with my mail to such an extent that it was like, okay, I got to come out the house. I got to go places. I have to go places now because they don't want to deliver my stuff to me. And I, like, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, for whoever this is for, God is saying that He does not want you to be stuck inside. He does not want you to be a shut-in. He doesn't want you to be the kind of person that, like, you can't have a life and you can't enjoy your life. Like, you are basically, there's this, whoever this person is basically trying to make you miserable to such an extent. And it's like they are making you make yourself a prisoner. They want you to make yourself a prison. They want you to be so scared that you don't live your life. They want you to be scared, and they want you to be scared of this and scared of that, and you can't do this and you can't go there and you go. God says, go live your life. And as long as you got God, you good. As long as you have God, you good. As long as you have God, you good. You have everything you need. There's no need for you to be so scared and you just like, and you don't want to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, yeah, that's the message. And it's a difference between you having to get ready. Maybe God has been getting you ready, and he's been, you like me before I recorded this video, I worked out, I did my little workout routine. I'm not going to act like I put my whole everything into it because it is cold, baby. It's cold, baby. It's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. It is freezing. But I also go along with the I think it's called an analogy, the as long as you are putting down, like, as long as you're taking one step, you know what I'm saying? At least you're taking a few steps. Eventually, you're gonna get to where you're going. Even if you take all the breaks, you take 5 steps and then you sit down. You take 2 steps, then you sit down. 1 step and you sit down, and you crawl it, and then you just stop and you like, I gotta rest. It's okay. You're gonna eventually get to where you're going. So I just feel like for whoever this is for, God, even if it's a situation where God slowly eases you up out of the house, slowly, but for surely, you are going to get to where God wants you to be. But be aware that there is somebody that's actively trying to make you go backwards. Like, would be somebody that you slowly move into where God is pushing you to, and they scare you to make you feel as though you don't want to go out there no more. And no, no, God says he wants you to have your freedom, and he wants you to go out and do your thing and be yourself and be happy, because you are not a prisoner. You didn't do anything wrong. You are not in a jail. You are not in a prison. You should live your life. You should be free to live your life. And regardless to what it is, so you may be in a position where you feel like every time you leave, somebody messing with your stuff. Every time, get a camera. Okay, every time you leave, you feel like people are following you. Baby, God said, first of all, like, for somebody, don't tell. Every time you go somewhere, you don't have to tell people where you're going. Especially, and I understand if you're traveling. Like, traveling is a whole different thing. But, if it's a situation where somebody is literally doing this here, find somebody that you can trust that's not doing this here, and you can tell them. But, if you find out that somebody, every time you go somewhere with them, or every time you tell them where you're going, stuff is happening, you don't have to tell them everything. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to know everything, every ounce of your life, and every aspect of what you have going on. They don't, unless you are under 18. This is not that part of this message, really this message in general, is not for anybody that is under 18. But if you are an adult, go do your thing. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Go do your thing. This is somebody that it's like they want to control you. And you don't deserve it. You are not in a prison. You are not in jail. You didn't do anything wrong. And I don't really think I have very many people that are under 18 that watch my videos anyway. But there's no reason that you should feel as though you are in a prison, you in jail, and you can't do this, you can't do that. God said you should go out and be free. And he will bless. He will bless you, and he will bless those that are helping you. And, it doesn't mean that you have to actually have somebody that's helping you. But it could be a situation where, you have somebody that you hang out with, or you have whatever. Like whatever it is, God is saying those when it's time for you to get a car, God is going to bless whoever sells you that car. They gonna receive bless. They not even gonna understand it. God will bless people when it's time for you to buy a house. God will bless the realtor. God will bless the people that used to have it. God will bless. Like, I just feel like this is a situation where you deserve to be able to live your life freely. Like, you deserve this. When it's time for you to get married, when it's time for you to meet your spouse, God is going to bless the people that help this happen. Regardless if you introduce to somebody through somebody else, regardless if it's just the spouse in general, when they get up, they will receive a blessing by getting up. They see you, they come to you, they talk to you, they will be blessed. You are a blessing. Okay, so I just feel like God is saying that it's not a situation where you're just going around taking from people, but it is going to be a situation where God is going to be pouring out blessings not only to you but those around you. So don't think that when you come around you are going to be rejected. Don't be scared that people are going to reject you. Don't be scared that people are going to want to run away from you. God is going to pour out blessings not only to you but those that you come in contact with. People are going to love being around you. People are going to love you and they're going to love being around you, because every time they come in contact with you, every time they hang out with you, every time they're around you, God is going to pour in blessings upon them. And that's the message, okay? And this is a counteract. This is like to counterattack because there is someone that is trying to attack you, and they're trying to keep you like in a box. They want to keep you secluded. They want to ensure that you don't go here and you don't go there and you can't do this, you can't do that. To counterattack that, every time somebody spends time with you, every time somebody pours into you, every time you hang out with somebody, every time you buy something, every time you do this, you do that, whoever, they are going to be blessed. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.